In the east of Mexico, there is a dense forest where you can only see trees and trees far and wide. In the middle of this thick forest, there is a spot where a path that weaves through the rocks descends to the Earth's interior. The archaeologists decided to enter this tunnel that resembled a cave. They thought something strange was going on within this cave. Without any special tools, entering there was rather dangerous, since the passageway was fairly small and completely black. The remarkable architecture of the ancient Maya civilization has indeed captured the imagination of many, and it continues to be a subject of fascination and study. While it's true that the Maya achieved incredible feats of engineering and construction, attributing their accomplishments to extraterrestrial or advanced ancient civilizations, like the Anunnaki, is a speculative idea without credible evidence. Instead, the focus should remain on the incredible achievements of the Maya people themselves. The Maya's architectural prowess is best exemplified by their intricate use of corbel arches, a construction technique where successive layers of stones jut out incrementally, providing stability and strength to their structures. This method allowed them to create towering pyramids, temples, and palaces that have stood the test of time. The precision required to align these stones without the aid of modern tools is a testament to their advanced knowledge of mathematics and engineering. Furthermore, the Maya's ability to source and transport massive limestone blocks through the dense jungles of Mesoamerica showcases their resourcefulness and organizational skills. Their pyramids and temples were not only functional, but also served as important cultural and religious centers, highlighting the significance of architecture in their society. Archaeological discoveries, such as hidden chambers and murals, offer glimpses into the Maya's spiritual and artistic inclinations. These intricate artworks, dating back thousands of years, reveal a deep connection to their environment and a rich cultural heritage. Studying their architecture and the context in which it existed can provide valuable insights into the civilization's complex history and societal structure. While the Maya's architectural achievements remain a testament to their ingenuity, it's essential to appreciate their accomplishments within the framework of their own cultural and historical context, rather than attributing them to external influences. The study of Maya architecture continues to uncover new layers of understanding, shedding light on their remarkable civilization and its enduring legacy. Archaeologists worked diligently for many hours to descend 230 feet to the cave's floor. They didn't uncover anything particularly fascinating at first, but then they stumbled onto a hidden room whose entrance was blocked by a boulder. Who created the hidden room, which was located 230 feet below the surface of the cave in a desolate woodland? And why was it sealed? This whole forest was formerly a part of the Mayan civilization, which had several towns there. This civilization's inhabitants were regarded as skilled because, like the ancient Egyptians, they had built cities and pyramids and were knowledgeable in agriculture, pottery, hieroglyphic writing, calendar making, mathematics, architecture, and the arts. Experts estimate that the ancient Mayans created 60 towns with spectacular palaces, pyramids, and temples in this region. The Mayans revered the many rulers of their several cities as their god. However, several of these city structures are still standing and are today a popular tourist destination. The ancient Mayan civilization, however, has concealed towns, buildings, and mysteries in this deep jungle where there is no functional road system. The vegetation or the soil hides some, while the trees hide others. However, undiscovered Mayan towns are being found using contemporary technology. Using LiDAR technology, experts can locate the ancient towns buried beneath a sea of leaves and branches. Light detection and ranging is known as LiDAR. With this technique, laser pulses are sent from the airplane onto the ground. After avoiding the trees, these laser pulses strike the ground and are reflected to the aircraft sensor. Similar to how X-rays create a picture of our bones, processing this data creates the contour of the ground. Surprisingly, more than 4,500 Mayan ruins have been found up to this point. However, according to scholars, the Mayans constructed more than this. The number of buildings the Mayans built is not crucial. The true puzzle is where they went after leaving so many inhabited towns. Did they disappear into oblivion? What was the flaw that forced them to quit this location, notwithstanding their skill? Experts determine the location of the Mayan ruins in the jungle using LiDAR technology. The area is then excavated. Archaeologists discovered the ruins of a tiny Mayan town in the Yucatan area close to the Gulf of Mexico. The village's name is Kiwiik, and 1,200 years ago, a native ruler there built a 30-foot-tall pyramid out of 20,000 stone pieces. Typically, Mayans buried their kings within the pyramid's royal chamber. To discover whether there is a royal chamber within this pyramid and what it contains, the archaeologist decided to dig a tunnel from the top to the bottom of it. Archaeologists discovered a stone that was totally flat on one side after excavating up to 21 feet. This stone was highly unique from others, since Mayans didn't utilize stones in this form to create pyramids. Instead, as can be seen in the ceiling of this structure, they used them to support the roof of a chamber. This stone served as proof that a tomb had once been constructed within the pyramid. Archaeologists discovered what they were seeking after doing further digging. Unexpectedly, a room's foundation and a few staircases were unearthed in the pyramid's basement. They did discover a broken piece of clay utensil, even if they didn't discover anything else noteworthy. Many issues were raised by this little clay tool. Using radiocarbon dating to estimate the object's age, researchers discovered that it was likely created about 1,500 years ago, around the year 500 AD. However, what was remarkable was that this pottery was created 300 years earlier than the pyramid, despite the fact that the pyramid was constructed around 1200 AD. The archaeologists claim that it is completely impossible, and in order to understand why, we must study history. History teaches us that the northern Maya were said to have lived in this area of Yucatan. Additionally, Mayans did not visit this location until about 1500 AD, while this chamber within the pyramid was being erected. What remains to be answered is who built this royal room if not the Mayans? In order to learn more about this, a search was conducted in the nearby woodland in the hopes of discovering any unique facts. Archaeologists discovered a route between several rocks 15 kilometers from the location of the pyramids that led to a cave. The cave's entrance was rather small, and entering it was quite risky. Because of this, specialized tools were needed, and 2 to 3 cave specialists were dispatched inside. After several hours of laborious labor, specialists were able to descend 230 feet to the cave's base, where they discovered a channel leading to a hidden room. Additionally, a stone hid the chamber's entrance. Things within were beyond anything they could have imagined when the entryway was cleaned. Many used fire torches, which were formerly used for illumination, were discovered 230 feet down in this cave's hidden chamber. In addition to scorched fire torches, they discovered several pans that were smashed. These pots matched others they had discovered in the pyramid's basement. This location served as a place of prayer, where visitors would shatter pots to grant their desires. Another fact became apparent when they attempted to connect the pot parts. It was discovered that the pot never fully assembles, even when all the components are joined. Instead, there is always one missing component. Nobody could figure out the peculiar enigma of why just one piece of each shattered pot was gone. Archaeologists think that these folks formerly carried a fragment of a shattered pot with them. The ceramic pot fragment that was discovered in the Yucatan region's pyramid ruins basement was carried there from this cave. It was abundantly obvious that before the arrival of the Mayans, residents of Kiwiik Village used to conduct their religious rituals within this cave. Additionally, they lived similarly to the Mayans. From the chamber they discovered below the cave with the shattered pottery pots, the archaeologists discovered a tunnel to explore the cave further. To obtain further information, experts decided to enter this underground channel. After moving forward a short distance, investigators discovered another hidden room with astounding murals on the walls. They discovered a 3-dimensional jaguar artwork on the stone at the cave's deepest section. Another artwork featured a jaguar stalking a deer. For the first time in their lives, experts who had seen murals in other Mayan caverns were able to witness these particular images. These paintings were thoroughly examined, and it was discovered that they were created in 100 BC, or 2100 years ago. The Mayans arrived from the south some 800 years before these murals were created. With this new information, it was now clear that a civilization with a comparable culture and manner of life to the Mayans had existed in Kiwiik Village before the arrival of the Mayans from the south. And that's why specialists refer to them as early or classic Maya. What happened to the Mayans who had created so many buildings here and had to leave them forever? Still, now this question is a mystery to the world. That's all for this video. We'll be back soon with another informative video. Don't forget to like and share this video. To keep exploring ancient history together, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time,